For myth number 1, apparently the Living Legend skin got a new outro. Oh, there we go. Okay, last kill. New animation. Wait, what? Wait, this is new. What? This myth is confirmed. That's so awesome. And that's just one of the 21 myths I'll be busting in today's video, including secrets on new maps, skins with secret voice lines.
You didn't think I'd come empty-handed, did you?
And lore about each of Jane Doe's milestone skins. So make sure to subscribe and let's get started with a secret photo of John Doe in the lobby. I've just got to go look for it. All right, so I spent the better half of like 30 minutes looking for this photo, and I did end up finding it, so this myth is confirmed, but it's not going to be what you expect. So literally right here on this countertop is a photo of John Doe, and at first it looks a little bit weird. I didn't know what it was at first either. Apparently, this photo is from a game called Get Eaten by John Doe. It's one of those like Get Eaten games from like a long time ago. I guess someone made a game about it. They like this one. Why did they choose that photo out of any of them? I don't know, but this myth is confirmed. Let's move on to the next myth. For myth number 3, apparently Jane Doe has an insane throwing arm. And I mean, like, she's so strong, you literally can never miss your target based on distance. So I guess we'll just have to find out for ourselves. I'm just gonna toss it. I've played her only like a few times, so I'm not 100% sure. What the what? No way! Oh my gosh, wait, I'm gonna go free camp for this. Oh my gosh! What the fuck? How is it going so? Look how far I'm at on the map, by the way. All right, this is confirmed. I think it's time to move on to myth number 4. So the slasher just got one new skin, and apparently it squeaks. I'm not terribly too sure what that means. It's called Serial Killer, which it's based off of breakfast items. I do want to see this for myself and how cool it looks. Okay, so this is what it looks like. Kind of fire, honestly. I like the bake. It's literally just bacon hair, which I think that's a good detail. The egg on top. I think that's a cookbook on his arm. Wait a second. Holy crap, no way. This is such a stupid thing to get like excited over, but like, okay, I don't know if you guys can see this, but on his feet are little slippers, little bear slippers, and they make them squeak when he walks. This is real. Why? What? This is a funny little detail. I would honestly use the skin just because of that alone. This myth is confirmed though. It's so stupid, bro. This is the dumbest thing ever. For myth number 5, right now, if you go down to your achievements, click on Survivor Milestones and scroll all the way down, you will find Jane Doe's level 100 achievement, which is called Mold Girl for some reason. Now, at first, I'm sure a lot of you don't know what that means, and I'm gonna tell you here today what that actually has to deal with. A good resource I always go to is the Forsaken Wiki, and as you can see right here, it says Jane Doe had earned the rather unflattering nickname Mold Girl due to the strange black substance that started growing around her house. The same substance that affected John Doe and turned him into what we know as today. Yeah, it's kind of creepy, I'm not gonna lie, the fact that that's how it happened. But apparently that substance is what infected John Doe, and it's also sort of what I guess she's carrying around in her vase-like thing right here. That's some of the mold substance as well. Also, if you're wondering what that icon's supposed to be, that's actually a mold Mario, which is a super rare Japanese plush produced of Mario in the 90s. People pay a ton of money for these. It's so stupid because it's just look, that's all it is. Anyway, let's move on to the next myth. So during this update, they actually added 2 new maps. First one is Natural Disaster Island, and the second one is Ultimate Assassin's Ground Sakura. Now, Ultimate Assassin's Ground Sakura has a really cool secret to it, but I want to explain the name of this map because it's kind of confusing. If you do not know what a Sakura tree is, Sakura, the word stands for cherry blossoms, which as you can see are all pink, literally the exact same ones we can find in the map around us. There's a pink tree right there, a giant pink tree on both sides of the map over there and over here. It's almost exactly the same as the ones in game. That is basically just the Ultimate Assassin's Grounds regular map. There's not much of a difference to it. There are some technically new spots. Like there is this tunnel right here, which used to just be an open top entrance. So I guess now there's a little bit more cover team over here. Not really much of a difference though, to be honest. It's kind of just the same map overall. But the secret on this map that I really want to talk about is the fact that over here in this unused building, they've actually made some changes, which is very odd for something that's not actually needed. Normally, you're not able to get up into this building right here. Like there's literally invisible walls in your way from getting up onto here and through this entrance. But for some reason, if you go in here and look above you, there's this giant crack. Now, for some players, it doesn't seem like it's that big of a deal, but this isn't actually in the original version of this map. Like someone intentionally added this crack, including including this larger hole right here for people to walk up into. So I'm wondering if this might be being used in the future for something else, possibly a secret Easter egg that you can find around the map. It's very odd, to be honest. I'm not 100% sure why. But I think it's time we move on to map number 2. This is Natural Disaster Island, as you can see up here. And legit, this map is so amazing. Just look around, bro. I love this map so much, especially because there's a volcano over here, which actually has lava inside of it, as you can see. And then there's the regular tower, which you can find in every natural disaster survival game that everyone would be standing on top of, looking down at you. This is so sick. Now, while this map doesn't hold that many secrets, there are a couple which I do want to talk about. Now, probably the smallest secret on this map, which I think is just kind of cool, is the fact that if you go through the back of this convenience store, you can actually find a vending machine with a cola outside of it that's perfectly placed in front of it. This is just like perfect placement. I love it so much. You can drink it. We're chilling, we're big chilling. But the second secret, which I actually think is the most interesting one on this map, is if you go into the main building, this factory-like building right here, and walk through the main entrance like this, you'll find a Employee of the Year award awarded to someone by the name of Mold Spore. I don't know why. I know one of the developers really likes seals, so I'm assuming that's why this is here. It's just kind of silly overall, though. Overall, though, this map is actually pretty cool. I like the lava cubes, which come from the volcano over there, like we just saw a minute ago. They're literally crushing everything. The gas station right here with, I think that's a car, completely crushed as well. Yeah, look, dude, that's destroyed. Oh my gosh. I wish there was more to it. I wish I had its own ambient music, but that is going to be it for this one. Let us move on to the next myth. For myth number 7, this is how John Doe normally looks on March 18th. Covered in this Spectre's aura, you're not able to see what he actually looks like underneath of it. But you would be wrong. Apparently, if you just turn on your graphic settings, we can find out what he looks like underneath all of that aura. So all I gotta do is go to settings, go to graphics quality, and turn it all the way down, and a lot of it should be gone. And we can actually see what he looks like. Oh, wait. Oh, whoa, his neck. Oh, it's not even attached to his body. Are you okay, John Doe? You need help, bro. Look at his neck. Okay, what about his other abilities? Let's see what those look like. Oh, dude, his head is moving weirdly. It's weird. Ooh, oh. Bro, you're gonna break. Oh, you're gonna break your neck, bro. Watch out. That was like that cracking sound you heard last second. That was the sound of his neck breaking off. Well, this myth is confirmed. You can see underneath John Doe's aura. But honestly, I'm kind of happier if I didn't see underneath of it. Let's move on to myth number 8. This is going to be the last myth in the lobby for a while. But apparently, somewhere around here is a letter which holds a bit of lore. That's right. I said a letter. Kind of like letters you've seen before, like this one out here. There should be another one in the lobby somewhere. And I've just got to look for it. Wait. Okay, no, this has been here for a while, though. Wait a second. No, wait. So I did find it, but I'm wondering, this is an old spot. There actually used to be other letters here, but last time I checked, it was like old and decrepit. Like it'd been left there for a long time, so the letter was partially destroyed, but this looks like a new letter. You notice an opened envelope perched on the roof. Hey, Gumdrop, it's me again. Hope this letter has found you well. I've been working hard to try to ends meet. The days have been getting progressively longer and longer as time goes by. Everything goes well for you. There's been a lot of people mentioning you and your whereabouts. I don't know how long I keep covering for you. Just praying you finish what you need to do on your trip quickly. I'll be waiting with open arms. You're my partner after all. S-Can. We've seen that name before. What does that mean? It's gonna be dry tear marks near the signature. Jeez. Now, I'm really hoping this letter actually is part of some new lore we don't know about yet. Maybe it will be revealed in the future, maybe in the far future, but honestly, if this is just the first part, it seems pretty cool so far. And I'm very excited to see where this goes. But this myth is going to be confirmed. Let's move on to myth number 9. So this is the John Doe Noir skin, and it has some crazy voice lines apparently. It's based off some kind of 1930s movie goon. I don't know how to describe it exactly. You can see his arm. It's literally a corrupted Tommy gun. Look at that thing. That is insane looking. Yeah, but this is supposed to have voice lines. Find it for ourselves. Okay, I hear the
Go on. Keep running.
Oh, it does have voice lines.
Makes the hunt more fun.
Why are they so bassy?
Let's see how far this power can reach tonight.
He sounded a little bit, he sounded a little, you know what I mean? Like a Discord call kitten-esque. He kind of sounded like that a little bit.
You didn't think I'd come empty-handed, did you? Peekaboo.
What is that voice line? Peekaboo. That's so
Almost looked like someone I care about.
Ooh, wait a second. That's hard. I like that.
Can't run forever. They'll slip. They don't even know what's coming.
You're blacked off, Jane Doe. What are you gonna do? Yeah, what are you gonna do, Jane Doe?
Thought I knew you for a second there.
Ooh, he keeps referencing that he knows her. I kind of like that though about his character.
Ugh, that hurt.
What the fuck? No way. Okay, wait. Okay, editor, please keep that in.
Everything in place.
What is that voice line? For getting stunned? Oh, that hurts. I'm sure the guy's good at voice acting, but jeez, bro, that was horrible.
Really?
Okay, I'm not gonna lie, his stun sound effects are so weird. He does have sound effects, which is good. This myth is confirmed. But bro, they sound so odd. Holy crap. That was the weirdest. The stuns need to be fixed. Oh, that hurt. Ugh, not again. Anyways, that is gonna be it for this myth. This skin is called Morph Magic. This also has secret voice lines just like the last skin we covered. Really cool looking skin. I do like its aura and stuff. That is awesome. But I guess we just start swinging and we try different abilities. That was a horse. Oh, I get it. It's different animal sounds. I don't know what that is. Okay. That's kind of cool. That's a bark. I'm guessing a cow? I think that's a bird, possibly. That's what the bird... I think those are feathers. Let's try the other abilities. So why don't we do digital footprint?
I see your footprint.
Ooh, wait, what? That was a person. Like a moth to a flame.
I see your footprint.
That was like a horse again. Okay, why don't we move on to 4-4 error?
Lost in the woods.
Ooh, the 8-bit sounds are kind of sick.
I can smell your trail.
I can smell your trail and a bird sound effect. Okay, why don't we do corrupt energy? Let's try that one.
My hunger has many mouths.
Oh, that's kind of hard. Oh, I also really like his spikes. Look at these things. That's kind of sick. I like that a lot. That's a good effect going on there. Okay, let's keep listening to some.
Nature best.
Nature best?
I don't obey the law of nature.
So I've gone through a decent amount of the sound effects. Not all of them, of course, because I can't really spawn another survivor in my game. But this is still pretty cool nonetheless. You should definitely start using this skin because it legitimately is awesome. But I think it's time to move on to the next myth in this video. For myth number 11, just by talking to a support class 8 separate times, you can earn a secret chance skin. Okay, that's 3. 4. Okay, that's 7, and then this is 8. What? It's not giving me the skin. Wait, what? Wait a second. Sorry, I'm trying to figure this out. This is real. I just looked it up. It is real, but for some reason, it's not working. It might be broken at the current moment. Okay, here's this video by I Am Very Original, and in this video, they show you how to get this skin. That's what I'm looking for, which is so sick. Getting this achievement. That's what I did, and I didn't get it. Bro, are you? No way. This is real, but let me see what the comments are saying, too. I was trying to get this for hours now, but I swear it's broken for me. Yeah, what is going on with this? So, okay, this myth is confirmed. This skin does exist, but for some reason it's broken. But hopefully by the time this video is posted, it actually works. So you should go and try this for yourself. Jane Doe doesn't smile. What that means is when you use an emote, none of her skins will actually smile while doing an emote. Like you can see literally it's just a line like this, and then it's just a little bit less upset. That is the only difference. And there should be no skins that actually make her smile, which is crazy. Dude, look how many skins there are. You think one of them would smile, right? Let's just first start off going all the way down to Victorian. Okay, no, not that one either. Not even retro. Are you serious? No for Musketeer. No for Divine Flame. Dude, we're gonna have so many. I'm gonna have so many Jane Doe bodies by the end of this. Okay, Office Jane Doe. How? Is it all of her skins? Okay, what about Musician? Musician's smiling the photo, right? This one's got a smile, right? Okay, wait. No, in the render, it's smiling. Are you serious? Look at this. It's smiling in the render. It won't even smile during emotes? This myth might be true. I'll try Noir. Wait, Noir smiles. Oh, okay. Wait a second. Oh, okay. We found one skin that actually smiles. That's surprising. So this myth is actually busted. All right, well, while this myth is busted, I think it's time to move on to the next couple myths in this video. We still got a lot more to go, including some interesting dialogue between Jane Doe and the Roblox admins. So make sure to subscribe if you've been enjoying this video so far. And now it's time to move on to myth number 13. So I've heard that there's actually a secret character in Jane Doe's files. So if we go down to the basement, if we go over here and click on read documents, you should be able to find a secret character in one of these images. Oh, wait, I see who this is. Wait a second. That's Shitletsky, and that's a character by the name of Clockwork. Now, if somehow you do not know who Clockwork is, Clockwork actually used to be a former Roblox administrator all the way back in around 2008 to 2009. Yeah, here's the character right here. This is what he looks like. He's the one behind the famous Clockwork glasses that Chance wears, or Chance used to wear. He's also the one who famously created the Valkyrie helm. Yes, he made this. This is his hat. I'm gonna look it up. How much is this actually worth right now? 354,000 Robux. How much is that in real life? Wait, 1,000 $1,000? How is this worth $1,000? That is so much money for a hat. Also, last big thing I want to note about him, besides the amount of money he probably has, he was also behind the classic Teapots of Doom game. The one where you basically have to run away from teapots. Yeah, this game. Remember this game? The one where it's like a bunch of teapots? Oh, these people have actually ruined it, bro. You have to dodge them, and if you touch them, you instantly die like this. So you want to get past it as many times as possible. It's literally the first rage bait game on Roblox ever. So that is insane to me. On to myth number 14. Myth number 14. Nosferatu got a new skin. I always check this every single update just to see, but I want to see. Come on, please give me one. Please. Oh my gosh, bro. Dude, he only has 4 skins, and one of them is VIP exclusive. One of them is exclusive to if you bought him when he came out. So technically, you can only buy 3 skins from him, bro. New killer, and we only have 3 skins. I'm so disappointed. You can buy these skins in the I don't think you can get this one anymore. You only have 2 skins you can buy in shop. This is so dumb. I don't know why they don't update this character at all. And I was actually kind of excited too for the first time in a while about Nosferatu. All right, well, this myth is busted. Let's move on to the next myth. Myth number 15. Business Jane Doe has a secret symbol on her body. So use the skin. Let's load in. See for ourselves. Okay, there is a secret symbol on her legs for some reason. Not too sure why that is. It's on her arm as well. Wait, what? Okay, wait, let me Google search this. Wait, what is this? I'm gonna screenshot it. Maybe I can find a source. I just AI searched it. It says Silly Fools. Wait, what? Prominent Thai rock band. It's close. I cannot lie. It is close. If you guys happen to know what this symbol actually means, let me know down in the comments below, and I'll make sure to like your comment, because legit, I have zero idea what this is supposed to mean. It's a cool detail, but I have no idea. All right, on to myth number 16. So if you didn't know, Sixer just got one new skin, and it's named Template. This is what it looks like, and honestly, it looks awesome, but the question is, does it have secret animations? Or I should just say animations. I don't know why I'm saying secret. Let's see. I like the way this skin looks already. This looks fire. Okay, this is like the same sound effects as regular Sixer. I'm not seeing anything different. Probably use Infernal Cry. Maybe they'll be different. No, that seemed like it was the exact same thing as before. Come on, bro. We gotta get something different here. Come on, bro. How's all this effort and input put into it, please? That's the same thing as before. No, I'm not seeing anything different. Okay, maybe you can kill animation. Maybe the kill animation's different. Let me get this kill. Let me get this kill, baby. There we go. No, it's the exact same. Dude, this skin looks awesome. Why don't they have any? Oh, no. All right, well, this myth is officially busted. Now it's time to move on to myth number 17. So if you go to the recent Discord update log for Forsaken, you'll see all the different things they added to the game. And in there is something called Misc. And underneath that, you'll see that they updated all of the base faces for all the characters. Noob, for example, looks like this now, which I honestly think is a lot better than the original. When he drinks, it looks like this. He's literally sipping. You see his like face and everything. Here's do slate skin as well. That looks actually a lot better than the original too. I like that a lot more. And then apparently his face changes when he eats a burger, like it literally chomps down on it. Oh, wait, he does. That's cool. I like that a lot. Okay, let's move on to the next skin. Okay, this is Elliot. Okay, this is actually real. This is catching me so off guard. Why does he look like that? This is not what Elliot looks like. This feels more like a skin than how he should look originally. I don't know if I like that. I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, the render doesn't even look the same as his actual face. I'm not a fan. I'm gonna be real. What about Builderman? Builderman has to have the same face, right? You know, I don't hate this. This is pretty okay. Percent of Sentry, he's a little bit more angry. I don't get why he's like kind of like acting like he has something in his cheek. Like he's like kind of like this. Urgh. I'm not too sure about this. I'm gonna be honest. Okay, what about emotes? Okay, I see what they were going for. Oh, okay. I don't really mind that. That's fine. 007 and 7. I don't like this. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not liking the new like faces. Like for Noob, it was fine, but this just doesn't make any sense to me. I'll be honest. This kind of sucks too. Two time. Okay, this is fine because they read it. This is the same face he had before. I guess it's smaller than the original, but this really feels weird, the fact that they redesigned every skin's face, but then when it came to 2-time, they just kept it almost the exact same, and then they changed the skin instead. Guess has an iconic face. Come on. Yes. Okay, same thing. Okay, it's not different. I don't mind that. That's not bad. It's the same thing as before. I want to try Veronica. That is the exact same as before. Bro, okay. Exact same face. No difference. What about when I use Super Bleeding? I think that's different. I don't mind that. I think that's different from like before. That's fine. And then lastly, Shudletsky. Why did they change his face? I swear to you, if it's actually super different, I'm gonna be mad. Oh. You know, I kind of like that a little bit better. I kind of do. We'll see what he looks like when he's hurt. I don't hate it. I could get used to it. Honestly, it's better than the original. I think it's a little bit better than the original. Got the animation face. Oh, okay. This is actually pretty good. Kind of fire for Shudletsky. I will say Elliot is definitely the worst case. I don't know what they did to his face between here and when they made the skin. It doesn't work. I'm gonna be real. On to myth number 18. 18. So this is the video by Plaguedka, who I'm going to subscribe to right now. He makes some good videos. And apparently, this skin is bugged.
Whenever you swing your hatchet, the hatchet becomes invisible.
Invisible?
This makes her easy to land stun, even harder to react.
What? No way that's true. So I'm guessing Crystal Pitch still works like normal. Yep, it does. Okay, now let's try Hatchet. Here, one. Oh. What? No, wait, that was invisible. You see that? Hatchet. Oh, you're right. It's like broken at her side or something. That's definitely broken. All right, well, this myth is confirmed. This skin is currently bugged. You might get a slight advantage. Definitely not pay to win, though. Let's move on to the next myth. For myth number 19, Jane Doe has special dialogue with each of the different Roblox admins. For example, here's Builderman right here. And if I ask him to put down a sentry, and then he actually does respond to me by putting one down, you can see Jane Doe says ... Builderman says, Jane, I've been worried about you. And then gets cut off. No, I'm the last person you should be concerned with. How have you been holding up? It's like stumbling over his words. She responds with ... again, and that's the end of the conversation. And why don't we try the one for dispenser? So let's see. She puts down, asks for a dispenser. Boom, puts down a dispenser in response. Coming right up. And then in response, she just says, Tish, did you see something? Focus on your dispenser. Dude, he's filled with so much anxiety. He probably feels remorse or bad for what he did. Stay safe, Jane. All right, with Shiletsky, is there any special interaction between the both of them? There might not be. There definitely should be. If you go into Jane Doe's files in her basement, you can see that there's a bunch of information about each of the Roblox admins. All right, well, let's move on to Dusakar. Okay, so here is Dusakar, and I'm gonna ask him for, let's see, a force field. Okay, give me a force field. Stay sound, the killer is inbound. And then she just replies with thanks. Not much more to that, I guess. Let's try it again. Let me see if I can get another thing. Here we go. The one who's worried the most Roblox's issues was something foremost. Of course I'm worried about Roblox. Someone had to. I'll read more into the lore, but basically, somehow Builderman eventually disappeared, and when he disappeared, Jane Doe kind of took over the mantle slightly. Is there any more lines? I don't think there are. All right, so we're down in the basement. Let's look at the documents. First of all, I want to look at Builderman. Okay, so this is before she became Forsaken. That's why it says pre. I remember wadding through that place, finding his face plastered on all kinds of memorabilia, causes and calls for war that he wouldn't have never stood for. I can only assume he fizzled out silently, having never left a final impression on the world he left behind. I guess he got what he wanted in the end, a simpler life. What I'm assuming is he was forsaken, and that's what she means by fizzled out silently. So she literally just saw him disappear over time. And you can see what I meant by the fact that she had to take over Roblox. Like, she literally had to take control of it while he wasn't doing anything. Builderman would always reassure us that admins had it under control, but just about everyone in HQ could see past it. Had he just shared that responsibility, had he done anything, could things have ended differently? And lastly, I do want to look at Chudletsky, since we didn't get to see any special dialogue between him and Jane Doe, but in her description of him, there's actually a decent amount of lore to tell us how she actually feels about him. You can see his warm smile still remains, but something permeates it. Every smile feels forced, as if he's putting on an act. Whenever mentions of 1x1x1 come up, he seems to grow quiet, trying to change the topic if he can. I believe there is a form of authenticity behind what he does and what he says, but he's hiding something. He's tied to the being of poison hatred in some way. So while she knows that Chudletsky isn't the main cause of all of this, that's Builderman, she does know that he has something to do with 1x in his creation, which, if you know the Forsaken lore, is completely true. All right, but I think that's gonna be it for this myth. Let us move on to the next myth in this video, myth number 20. All right, so before we get to the final myth in this video, I want to show you Builderman, which we just saw a second ago. But something you may not have noticed is that his sentry and dispenser range have been completely nerfed. As you can see right here with his turret, look how small it is. That is ridiculously small. Like, oh my gosh, they literally shrunk it so much. Like, genuinely, look at this. What is that? No way. Dude, that is, you can fit a single person between you and the end of its range. Like, what is this game? Oh my, this myth is confirmed, but I wish it wasn't. This is horrible. All right, but now let's move on to the final myth in this video, the one I cannot wait to show you the most, and that's Jane Doe's milestone skins and what they have to do with John Doe. Starting off with Jane Doe's milestone 1 skin, and as you can see, she kind of looks like she works at an office. She has a jacket with the R logo on it, representing the fact that she works at Roblox now. Let's even look at the dialogue you get when you actually get this skin. So it says, our lives were simple. I was ambitious, you were reserved, but we loved each other. Nothing could take away that from us. This skin most likely represents Jane Doe when she still had a desk job as a field tester for Roblox. For milestone 2, she starts to look kind of like a pirate, honestly. She's got a very large brimmed cap, as you can see, basically wearing leather all over. Her tie and her suit is still kind of underneath all of that, but clearly it's been crushed by everything else she's wearing on top of it. And part of her face is starting to be covered, which is actually a significant thing. Now, the description for this skin description reads, "The day you vanished, my world came crashing down. Result of my own faults and errors corrupted you." She seems to be blaming herself for what happened. Now, a very minor, and I mean very, very minor detail you didn't notice is the fact that she has these two red lines right here. Now, what do these actually mean? Well, they hold a very significant value. If you go to the milestone 2 skins for John Doe, on his own milestone 2 skin, as you can see, he has those very same red lines. Speaking of John Doe, though, I think we should look at his milestones for a quick second. So milestone 1 clearly shows him working at the office. He's definitely been there for a couple months because he is corrupted. This almost seems like the start of it too, because the dialogue under his description for his milestone 1 skin says, "Oh John, what's become of you?" Even says right here, this is one of the earliest stages of John Doe's corruption. Earlier than the default one, due to having a visible arm and fewer corruptions on his body. Milestone 2, however, is when it starts to get real, and we can see that major shift in both characters' skins. She gets more serious, and he also gets more serious. He literally is fully corrupted in this case, still with the red lines like I just described before, but his arm is completely missing, and his face is almost torn apart by this corruption. Description reads, "That bright spark in your eyes is gone now." This is milestone 3 for Jane Doe, and as you can see, a lot has changed between milestone 2 and 3. First thing of important note is the fact that she has all these pictures of John Doe or other things on her hat, possibly just to remind herself, but it might just be something to represent how the fact that she's been searching for so long for John Doe and how to solve his corruption. On her face, which has become half hidden, we can also see something is growing outside of it, and there's also cracks forming through her face. Something is clearly happening to her, but I'm not sure if it's corruption or something else. Let's look at her description. "I did what I could, chased every lead, turned every corner. My obsession with grief grew. Everywhere I turned, you weren't there." This is just reiterating the fact she's been looking for John Doe for so long. She's been trying to solve his illness, but she has no idea how to. Moving on to milestone 4, as we can see, this is where things start to change a lot for Jane Doe. She's wearing what looks like a wedding outfit with a veil on the back. There's flowers all over her outfit as she becomes completely black and white. Now, going through her description, it reads, "As I wallow in grief, I confine myself to this misery. How can I save you all if I can't save myself?" Now, some say this is supposed to be her own version of John Doe's corruption. I'm not 100% sure on that. There definitely has to be more lore that comes out soon, which we'll find out about probably in the next update. Now, going to John Doe, since we're talking about Jane Doe, we can find something quite interesting. If we read his description when we get the skin, it says a suit worn at funerals and celebrations. Now, what that means is if you look on his outfit, you can see that he actually has a suit on underneath all of this corruption. There's a tie right there, and there is the white outlines of his undersuit shirt. Now, these two are dressed for a wedding, and they both have their own versions of their corruptions. But something that I want to talk about real quick, again, is that dialogue right here. Funerals and celebrations. Basically saying that this skin is supposed to represent the death of John Doe and his marriage to Jane Doe, which is incredibly sad. The fact that literally this suit is supposed to represent both of those things. How he's no longer his own self at all, and for both of them, it seems like some kind of new era. I'll even show you his render. Clicking on his render, as we can see, there is a door that it seems like he's trying to get through, and what I'm assuming this door is leading to is a church. Now, my understanding of this is that he's actually supposed to be going to his wedding, but he's bringing his corruption with him. As you can see, it's literally pouring out of the entrance before he's even through the door. All right, well, that is going to be it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to subscribe to my channel because I'm trying to reach 100K subscribers, and I will see you guys in the next one. End video.